Hi guys, give me a second, give me a second. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to talk about this love cycle. This little love cycle, okay? Let's see. Hi, Swamp Rose. Let's see. I don't know what's up with these settings here recently, but Swamp Rose, I made you a moderator, right? You are always a welcome distraction. I always love your show. Aw, thank you so much. Swamp Rose, will you do me a favor, love? Yeah. Will you set the chats to subscribers for more than 10 minutes? Just so we don't have the trolleys, the trollers. Listen, I pulled a double today and I don't have the energy. I don't have the fucking energy. I will hex them bitches off in a heartbeat in real time. Thank you all. I wasn't even sure. I got you. Thank you so much, you guys. I hope you ladies are doing well. I miss being on here. I don't know if you guys can see this. So at this time, right, you could meet a potential romantic partner or other collaborations and project onto them qualities that they do not have. Or, right, vice versa, right? Or you could be, right, one could be projecting onto you that you are going to fulfill their happiness, right? At this time, it is important, especially for the divine feminine, not to give their power away, okay? I'm not saying everybody's like that, but what I'm trying to say is it ain't safe. It ain't safe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so also here's this. Here's how also you'll know, right? If somebody is putting you more in your masculine energy, okay, that's because there's an imbalance there, okay? Maybe they are operating, and I don't care if you say, well, Ashley, I'm gay as fuck. Okay, well, one is still going to hold more masculine and one's still going to hold more feminine energy, okay? It's the yin to the yang. So if somebody puts you, if you are the feminine, okay, if you identify as the divine feminine and somebody's putting you more in your masculine energy, that's because they are operating from the feminine side and they're wanting to receive. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the law of polarity. So that's a dead giveaway, ladies. Don't give your power away. Everything's always a lesson or a blessing. Some of us are here, you know, to teach. You know, it's also a good idea to know what you're giving your sexual energy to. Okay, I can only speak for myself, but I've been celibate for real close to a year, and I'm using my sexual energy to create. Not only that, but I know once I create the wrong chords, it's happened before, it's just a distraction, and it takes away from what I'm able to give on here. There's a reason why, you know, if you think back to like the Oracle of Delphi, okay, yeah, those ladies, the oracles were mistreated or whatever, but a lot of them, right, they were celibate. So, yeah. I'm hearing waste not, want not. That's your life force energy. Let's see. Swamp Rose. Aw, I hope you ladies are doing really well. Yes. Thank you for putting that. Aw, I got you. Thank you. Aw, I wasn't even sure how to do that. For some reason, it won't let me. Your hair looks good. Thank you. If I flip it one way one day, it looks more blonde. If I flip it the other way, it looks more dark. I'm gonna color it on my days off or bleach it again. All good. Hope you're well. Yes, I'm doing good. I am, and you? Feeling a bit better today. Thanks. Good. On the way here, I heard a badass remix to In the Air Tonight by Marilyn Manson. Right? Y'all know that's my man. That's my man. I think that's going to be the next painting that I do. Like, y'all remember when I had all my paintings and my table just, my table was like a shrine. I think that Marilyn will be one of my next paintings. Let's see. Let me grab my book. Shit, you guys. I hope, okay, here it is. So I did repost some readings that will go because I had these syncs and downloads earlier. Let's see. The Too Many Chiefs and Not Enough Indians. Okay, that will go. And lo and behold, it is a Sagittarius reading, and the moon is in Sagittarius this evening, and it is Friday. And I said somebody's name could be Oliver in that reading, right? Oliver. From the House Bunny. Okay, more about the House Bunny, right? More being overly... right? The toxic masculinity, right? Over-sexualized. Yeah. Anyway, one of my co-workers, somebody's name could be Sonia or Ashley. I started that with her. I would be like, Sonia. And she'll say it back to me or whatever. Anyway, and the carnivorous plant. That came through on that Sagittarius reading. So the descent of Inanna will also go with this, right? Which makes sense. Venus is about the love reading. I will be doing a Venus transit in, what is it? Is it Taurus or Aries? I believe Taurus. I believe that will be in June. I will do that earlier. And as soon as I get done delivering the messages on here, we are going to go to, we'll go to bronze tier. Okay. And I'm going to be taking a look at, right, we're just going to call it 2025. Okay, we'll call it 2025, and I'll get a brief thing about what's going on, right, as far as your love life is going, for all signs, right? I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it real hard, right? Push it, right? We're gonna push the limit. So yeah, set a timer for 15 minutes from now and see what goes on. Okay. If you do it, label it as a guarantee, right? Guarantee. Yep. And that's what I got so far. So beware of what other people are projecting onto you, and also what you may be projecting onto another. Okay. Why do we project? Okay. Because listen, I love it. Bam. First card. Because we feel like these are characteristic traits that we lack in self, and we seek them outside of self. Also, the unhealed masculine, okay, they want a mommy character or whatever, a nurturer, which we are nurturers, okay, but not to detriment, okay. There has to be a healthy balance there of give and take, okay. And yes, it's okay to shift in and out of energies, the polarity, okay. Just make sure what you're giving your time to, right? Feed your own soul, okay? So the projectors and the reflectors, okay? I'm gonna dig those out and I'm gonna read them to you. Okay, and you know what you admire in somebody, it's within yourself, okay? And with that, even if the things that you don't like, okay, are still things within self. If you don't like something in someone, it's because, right, it's a shadow trait within self, okay? Yeah, somebody should balance you out, okay? Opposites attract to learn lessons, and like attracts like, okay? And there's nothing wrong with attracting your polar opposite, okay? As long as you can learn and grow together, okay? Yeah, a lot of us, okay, right? If you're aware, you know that you're a teacher, and I will say it and I will say it again. As human beings, we stay in situations longer than we need to, okay? It was just a stepping stone to get to where you're going. And yes, one can be jaded, right? They don't call it love, gambles, and other games, right? The fifth house for no reason. Okay, yeah, a healthy banter and going back and forth is nice, but if that's all you're doing, right, that shit's tiring, right? Yeah. I always tell, well, the last one, like the last one, I said, listen, I am cerebral, okay? I'm less emotional and I'm more cerebral, although I have a heart of gold. But I was like, don't play with my, don't try to play with my thoughts in my head, and I won't play with your emotions, right? All right. Yeah. Also, right, if something isn't happening, okay, it's because you or the situation or you and this person are not in alignment, okay? Yeah, and your guides could be holding you back. I just got the juxtaposition trough. Somebody's a farmer, right? Pigs, a trough. Yeah, watch out for these pigs, okay? Hungry hippos, right? Of the trickster here. The sleight of hand, I guess we're going to read that, yeah. You know, and trickster energy is just fine as long as it's in a higher form. We wouldn't have any divine comedians without the trickster energy, so... Right? People like to energy harvest off of your sexual energy as well. Okay, so the upheaval, that's sticking out to me too. What was it? The last Sunday's 413's all signs. I don't know if you guys seen the shorts yet or not, but yeah, you guys, that outage or that, I was talking about a Zoom, and I was talking about, yeah, I can't remember, you guys. My brain's, it's about tapped out, but, yeah, I made some shorts. A lot of that shit come to fruition. What was it? It wasn't even 3-4 days later. Yeah. the grid, that power outage in Puerto Rico, the Zoom and the Spotify, yeah, that was predicted on the 13th. Alright, so we're going to read this and this. That. Yeah, I guess we're going to read a bunch of these. Okay. So, all right. So we have the projector. 20% of society. I love his paintings and your paintings. Looking forward to it. Me too. It'll get me broken away. Right, I haven't made a tarot card or sketched one out in about probably like a month and a half. Right, it's supposed to be fun. It stopped being fun, so I stopped doing it. So, and I lost inspiration for a while. So thank you for putting those reads. Hi, Sunshine. I still can't join. I couldn't wait to tell you it didn't come up for me. Squad in the house tonight. Yeah, Sunshine B. So I made a post on the community board. I shared on my community board. I shared the link to join members. Yeah. We will figure it out in the comments. I think Dawn can leave a link to get you. Yeah. I don't think it'll let me comment while I'm on here though. It's on the community board. Dawn, I donated through Cash App. I have a question, love, please. Okay, give me just a second. That and the FSU mass thing that just happened. You just said you felt like it was about to happen. The FSU on it. Thank you all. Okay, so a projector is 20% of society, right? Insight and understanding and working with systems and people, okay, through strategy is to wait for recognition and innovation, which ensures they share their wisdom and guidance with those who value and appreciate it. Understanding their unique gift dynamic and ensure proper rest is crucial. They don't have consistent energy supply of a generator or a manifestor generator. So these projectors, they kind of have to energy harvest. Do you see what I'm saying? The only ones that can sustain their energy is a generator and a generator manifestor. Okay. I happen to be, you guys can go get your human design. Yeah, I happen to be a manifestor generator, which means, right, you don't need nothing. I don't need no cues from society to go. You don't need to tell me when to go. Tell me when to go, right? Yeah. Reflector, rarest type, 1%. They are mirrors reflecting back the health of the community and well-being, with all their centers are undefined, right? And undefined centers mean that they can be taken over. Their chakra systems can be taken over by other energies. It's like a mutable sign, right? Deeply influenced by their environment and people around them. Strategy is to wait full lunar cycle before making a decision to fully integrate their experience, right? That way, you know you're not being projected on, and the decision that you're making is that of your own. Thank you for putting that. I'll just put the members link. Yeah, so there's that. Okay. So your head is your pressure center and your inspiration, okay? Your ajna is your awareness center, conceptualization. The G, right? Self-love and direction. Heart, motor center, ego, willpower. Solar plexus, motor and awareness center, emotional work. Sacral, motor center, life force, sexuality, right? And the root is the pressure and motor center. And the first things that you're giving away when you have sex, where they do the hook and book, is your root chakra and your sacral, okay? And then they start draining your solar plexus, which was what creates your energy, right? So, yep. We covered that. Yeah. Right? The root chakra is also adrenaline and where you carry your stress, right? Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. Right? They need other people to sustain their energy. Alright. So, we're going to read the juxtaposition cross of the trickster. The cross has energy of sleight of hand. You have ability to sell and make people believe in what you're selling, whatever, cars or a new idea. You have the marketing ability and trustworthiness to get the commitment. Energy is very important because although it can be used in deceitful ways, it can help rally people around important ideas where there is not enough empirical support yet. You guys, and that's listen. Period. That's what I've been doing this whole channel, right? The shit will sound like gibberish to the untrained ears. If you're not meant to hear really what I'm saying, it's not going to make sense to you. Okay? That's why I always tell people, if you're really serious about it, right, you can always tell the narky energies, but if you're serious about your journey, you will save it, you will do the shadow work, you will come back to it, whatever. It's only my job to get it out here, the messages. It's not my job to hope one picks it up or whatever after that, right? So, yeah, speaking of narcs, right, the toxic masculinity, okay, how do you get them off your case really easily without, you know, you get fucking awkward, okay? The more they push, the more awkward you get, okay? And they will start having a meltdown out in public. I tried to put one of my younger coworkers on game earlier. Listen, just get super fucking awkward. It doesn't matter. If you're awake, you don't give a shit what other people think, but it'll work just like that. And if it doesn't, you got to get a little bit more awkward. Yep. Anyway. I did a couple times today. Don't play with me. I have no problem shifting in and out of energies, you guys. So, what do we need to do here? Let's see. These little love cycles. Happiness comes from a fulfilled heart and harmonious relationships. And if you haven't found this in yourself yet, okay, love and light to all. Yes, everybody deserves love, and we are the physical. We should be embodying pure God love, right? But not everybody does. Not everybody's there yet. And even when you can't really say either way, because even when you're healed, you will still attract broken people because, right? All you can do is drop the little light and keep it moving, right? Love is light. Light is the highest. Love is the highest form of light, okay? So you just can't overly, like I said, back to you, right? As human beings, we hold on to things way longer than we should be. Everything's for a season. It could be a lifetime. It could follow you many lifetimes, but everything's for a reason or a season, okay? And, right, you just got to keep it moving, okay? We hold on to things longer than we should, and, yeah. Right, especially you get used to somebody, all right? And you don't want to give up on that person or whatever, but it doesn't work like that. You outgrow people, and you just got to keep it moving. Or right? Be on a solo dolo mission. Alright, shuffling for the collective. What do we need to know? Beyond compare. Don't compare your love to anyone else. It's unique. And some of you guys, or the person that you're dealing with, okay, they're still comparing you to the so-called first love that broke their heart, right? The projecting onto somebody that they are like an ex, or that they will be this way or that way, when really you're not seeing the person for who they truly are. And nobody should be aiming to change anybody. Welcoming dawns. Be open and receptive. And like I said, some of these people, okay, if you are of divine feminine, okay, and you have to shift and be in your masculine energy around somebody, it's because they're wanting to receive you, right? And it's not, it should be an equal give and take, but if you find yourself constantly being in a masculine energy, yeah, no. Welcoming dawns. Be open and receptive. Embracing new beginnings with an eager heart. So, right, it's time to shift completely, especially with this Venus cycle, all the way into your divine feminine. Okay, embrace. I'm hearing woman, 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 and it's time to embrace your femininity, your sexuality, and be comfortable sitting in that. Right, shadowed waters. Beware illusions that skim the surface, for true understanding lies in the dark. So, right, go back to my, oh, what reading was that? Oh, the second, who or what's coming towards you, the second part where I talk about the anima and the animus. Okay, the divine feminine is the subconscious aspect of the masculine. Okay, so yeah, beware of these illusions. Okay, and we're not here to change anybody, we're here to grow as a soul. Okay, and some people are meant to only stay with you for a little bit on your journey, and some will make it the long haul, right? As long as there's equal amounts of growth. Somebody's name's Dawn here, because we got welcoming dawns and delicate dawn. From fragile beginnings, nurture growth and hold on to their promise of hope. And it's about growth, right? I throw the ball, you catch. I catch, right, and throw the ball back and you catch, right? It has to be equal amounts of growth, and right, it happens in small increments. Your guides are never going to give you any more than what you can handle at the time, right? You get it, you receive it, you process it, okay? You bring it into understanding and awareness, and you apply it to your reality. There's a waiting period, okay? And then you get given a little bit more, okay? So that's what I got for that. And let me get a couple messages from the guides, and I will move on to Sunshine's question. I'm hearing something about Mount Rainier. That's in Washington. Yeah. I'm also hearing something about like a wreckage in a swamp, a Florida swamp. I'm hearing something about the Florida Gators, right? All right. Any closing messages? And like I said, we're going to hop on members and get, I'm going to go through all signs, right? Rest of 2025. So if you feel guided, join. I will do it on the bronze tier so it can reach more people, okay? But I'm not always going to do that, right? My time is precious to me. Merope, the fallen star. Shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. I just got a tangle. And we're going to leave it right there because I said all those things. Awe says, welcome to all the people watching right now and in the future. You don't have to chat, share unless you want to. But here's a warm hello either way. I promise we don't bite. No, we do not. Stick with us and you will grow, right? I love it. It worked. Thank you. You're welcome, sunshine. Yay. Thanks for the feedback, Wit. Hello, hello. Hey, Monette. Hi, Monette. Who's calling Ming to... Who the hell's calling Ming? Who's coming with us, man? I'm good, Monette. How are you? I was looking at photos from Mount Rainier earlier today. You were off? Don's doing it again. How have you been? Okay, so sunshine, I've been doing good, Monette. I've done worked a double. I done had to get super awkward with an right toxic masculine narc. A couple times today. I know it. I gave her permission. It is. You know, when you get awkward, they back down. They don't know what to do. They're like, they shut down. Listen, I'm not scared. I will pull out this big dick energy. Okay? Double header on a double header. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Gotta find it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave some love, alright? Little love everywhere. Okay. Period. Stutter, stutter, yes. You don't want to look me in my eyes no more. No, thank you. Put a little love in your heart. Sunshine, what was your question? Yeah, boy. She's a Scorpio. Yes, I am. Sunshine. High five. High five. That imagine will forever be, oh yeah, that image will forever be etched in your wig. What are Bryant's current feelings? What will happen between us? He told me he doesn't want love with me and he was threatening to block me again. Oh Lord. He's one of those, right? You see through him, okay? You see through to his soul, and it's a soul connection, and he don't want to swim them damn waters. Oh Lord. All right. My right ear started ringing there. I'm hearing scared. Scared of the journey itself, on where it'll lead him, right? If he lets go of that fucking ego, right? What will happen? He's scared that you're gonna reject him once he lets go of that ego. He lets down that mask. Misunderstood. Happy in reverse. Ooh, let me see. Love on the bottom. He's scared. Provoked. Yeah, you provoked the shadow. Yep. You provoked his shadow. Okay, so save this video to a playlist where I talk about the small increments of growth here. Okay, so, yeah, that's what's happening here. Yep. Okay. Where did those one cards go? I want to see something. Okay. Let me see. Let me grab a regular deck. I don't want to say something unless that's really what's going on. I want to double make sure. All right. Yeah, he's fighting his feelings, okay? Oh man, okay, yeah, alright, are you sure you want me to say on here? Yep, are you sure you want me to say on here, Sunshine? I'm hearing the name, Robert. Yes, okay. So, like, going back to the he knows you see straight to his soul, right? Alright, now switch. Wasn't what you thought it was. That's the way to tell, right? The switch. Okay, I have a Sagittarius reading. That Sagittarius reading, is it on silver tier? I'm thinking about a Yamaha to get away from all the cameras. I'm human, don't you think you had enough? My woman said you switched on her, only 'cause I hit a switch on her. Really wasn't good at keeping up. Now, tell me lies, 9/11 on the clock, and that is a karmic number. You will not entertain these other dudes, and I will not. Dun dun dun. If I give you my heart, ain't going back. Yeah. Okay, let me find it. Okay. Live. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so this reading right here, I'll just put the link, okay? This Sagittarius reading right here, it says, Sagittarius, now switch. The light has been turned on, period. Okay, He knows that you see. Okay, he knows that you see. And I have commitment issues. My mind has been lost in translation. My heart has become a cold and passive machine. The powers that be entity. Our faith background was too different. Limited belief system. I exist too much. I feel too much. Think too much. Reality is crushing the life out of me. And okay, so he's explored his sexuality, and that light has been turned on, and he's afraid that he wants to limit. Okay, you can't backpedal once you've been activated, right, in that way. So he's afraid that you see his darkest parts to his core, right? His sexual trauma, his exploring of one's own sexuality. Okay, because I do see that. Okay, I do see that. And he's afraid if he lets you in anymore. Right, you can't hide in a connection like this anyway. But yeah, he's freaking out. He's freaking out. That's the one amazing reading. Yeah, it was an amazing reading. Okay, it was actually a really beautiful reading, the vulnerability. Yeah, he's afraid that you are going to see his innermost. Okay, his past traumas, his past sexual experiences. Okay, and not all of them were with women. And hey, whatever, right? It's not about gender. The split had to happen here on 3D because we had to be either or, right? But still, even go back to the very beginning. There's a reason why I bring that up. It doesn't matter if you're gay as fuck and you're two dudes, okay, or you're gay as fuck and you're two females. One is still going to have more inner masculine energy, and the other one will still have more feminine. For instance, like if you were to take a look at my birth chart, okay, fire is a masculine energy. Okay, we have so many, right, there's 12 altogether, 12 houses. I have 7 fire placements, and that's the topper on my chart. Even though I'm a water sign, I'm more masculine energy. And water came in at like, I don't even know, but I know I have more fire, okay, and I'm able to shift in and out, even though I'm all feminine, I'm all divine feminine. But when I speak about, I can't remember, there was a reading that I did, when I speak about, right, this awakening process, a lot of us divine feminines had to come into this earth plane with that fire, with that high amount of fire, so that we could have the will and the passion to keep pushing forward, because a lot of us are in male industries and we're here to create change. And agreed about the general nature of having to block people with, yes. Right, if you have to block somebody, that's because you can't articulate, okay? They would rather, it's easier, okay? It's easy. I can understand now, I'm not saying, if you're a fucking creeper and you're a stalker and you invade boundaries and things like this, yeah, I can understand that, but I'm not getting that from you at all. This person doesn't want, by looking at you, they're looking at their self, he's looking at himself, and he does not want to face his female aspect, his anima, okay? Go back definitely and watch the reading that I did, who or what's coming towards you, part 2, where I get into the psychology of what's happening there between the anima and the animus. I think women block, not men. He's more in his feminine energy, which is putting you more in the masculine energy. It's part of the journey, but go back to the very beginning, okay? I don't know if you can see my background there. Right? Take a screenshot of it. Do not give your power away. Continue to be in your receiving your feminine energy. And you know what? Pour that love back into yourself. Yeah, it's not always about the person, because I'll tell you what, you have many, you have more than one twin flame, and you have more than one soulmate. Usually, right, the closest one in your soul grouping, in the closest proximity to you, geologically, that activation will go to the next in line, the one that's closest to your core frequency from your soul grouping. Okay. Right, there will be others that will download your divine counterparts information. Okay, like I said, as humans, right, don't give your power away, but as humans, we want to hang on to a certain person. And it's just not that way. It's like the 3D trap of the Matrix. And, you know, some have more than one avatar, okay? It's whoever's sitting at the top of consciousness, okay? You can hop. That's why you see the all-seeing eye, right? Because I see through you, him, them, and the other, right? It's a matter of perspective. You guys, I've said this twice today. Well, yesterday I said it once. Right, you guys? I seen my first name on a big-ass truck. I look out the window. I'm like, damn, okay, Ashley. And then we have to listen to this ridiculous country music station 24/7. And something about the... and then, like, 2 seconds later, I hear the butt crack of dawn. I'm like, all right, I'm listening. And I had told one of my bosses, I was like, listen, the perception is sharp on this one. I only pretend to be stupid in public. The recent one, yes. The vulnerability, I'm not a yep, you trigger. And that's a normal response. Because he still has unhealed, his inner divine feminine is still unhealed. He's still carrying toxic masculinity to cover up his hurt, right? It's usually a mother wound, okay? Or if it's not a mother wound, it is the sexual trauma that I'm talking about through another female, usually an older one, and or the first love. But usually it comes from the very first woman figure that's supposed to nurture, love, and protect you, okay? Which is the mother. I am your mother. Dr. Seuss, right? This person is still has a wounded inner child. I speak truth. That's when he wants to block me. Of course, it's easier than to face his shadow. You are representing his shadow, his subconscious mind. Whatever female that he's seeing or he's trying to project onto you to be, it's his shadow. It's a projection. I'm telling you, go back to the very beginning of this reading. All of it will click. Okay, there's a reason why Spirit has me. Listen, I can't tell you how many times I've channeled people's names and then boom, here they come walking in the room and I'm trying to tell them, listen, the guide's Spirit, the Most High, knows who's watching and who these messages are for. Way before my 3D self does. Okay, they know what they do. I don't have to know what I do. I have faith, right? So definitely go back and really listen to this reading. There you go with the what happens when you speak the truth. Yes, people don't want to hear the truth. Okay, and that's all I'm here for. Okay, I don't care, even out in the world, that's all I'm here for is the truth. And people don't like it, which is like I said, which is why I'm not a popular reader, because I'm going to help you do your shadow work. I'm going to help you get down to it. I'm going to help you be the best version of yourself so that you can have self-love, and then you can attract your divine counterpart if that's what you so choose to do. But either way, I'm going to help you get to your higher self, and I'm going to help awaken you. Yeah. She's been channeling his name for a very long time. So with that being said, ladies, we are going to hop on members, and I'm going to go through all signs for the rest of 2025. Okay, so peace, love, and light.